Good evening, hockey fans. Laurie coming to you live from Canada, where your Bears are taking on the Blueberry Bulldogs. The name Blueberry Bulldogs might sound familiar to some of you if you are a fan of Shorzy. Shorzy, the TV program that's based out of Sudbury. The Sudbury Bulldogs in the No-Show League, the Northern Ontario Senior Hockey Organization. I believe the story went something like the Sudbury Bulldogs were gonna fold and they got propped up by the Blueberry Festival, and now we're called the Blueberry Bulldogs. They got some nice jerseys, blue and brown. And we're underway in the first period as the Bears put the puck up on the far boards after the face-off at center ice. The Bulldogs swing it to the near side. Bears are there to pass in front. Can't get a good shot off. Luke is going to chase this into the corner. He's looking for a pass. That goes off some shin pads. Graham battles for it. Bulldogs clear the puck. The Bears up for Parker on the near side. Parker flips it towards the net. That's picked up by the Bulldogs defense. Up the near side now. The Bulldogs are clearing the puck. Send it long. Ryder chases down the corner. Bulldogs are there first. Pass to the side of the net. Frosty puts it away, and the Bears send this long. Good forecheck by Graham here. The Bulldogs get around him and fire the puck up to center ice. Behind the goal line now in the Bears zone. The Bears fire it on the near boards. Bulldogs pick it up in their zone. Hang out behind their own goaltender, looking for that breakout pass on the near side. This goes long. Official says it's tipped. Bulldogs pick it up behind Frosty. Backhand. Rebound. Puck is loose in front and slapped away by the Bears. Bulldogs pick it up at the blue line. Step in, take a shot. That's off a defenseman and trickles back into the neutral zone. The Bulldogs turn this around and put it back deep into the Bears zone. That's icing called against the Bulldogs. 8:22 to go in the first period. Still no score here. The Bears versus the Blueberry Bulldogs. I'm going to take the face-off to the right of the Bulldogs goaltender. Puck trickles back to Nate and then to the neutral zone. Turned around by Reed. Reed steps over the blue line. Fires. Nice blocker save by the Bulldogs. Bears from short range with another shot. Trying to stuff it in there. Oh, that I thought went in and out. The Bulldogs still maintain possession, taken down behind the net. Refs are letting them play today. And the Bulldogs clear the zone. Here come the Bulldogs, 2-on-1. Nate pushes them to the outside. Bulldogs get in position, try to center it, but Harmon Deep gets there. Harmon fires it onto the Bulldogs goaltender, who sets it aside with his pad into the far corner. Harmon with the forecheck, strips it away. Can't hold on to it. The Bears keep it inside, though, and chasing it to the far boards. The Bulldogs pop it out of the zone. D-to-D pass up for Nate. Nate looking for Guillaume. Guillaume can't make a good play out of it. The Bulldogs send it deep. James is there. James flips it up to the far boards. He's looking for Parker. Parker looking for Luke. Bouncing puck. Carries on through to the attacking zone, but turned around by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs now step over the red line. Fire it cross ice. Guillaume gets a hand on it. Guillaume playing forward tonight. This is going to be fun to watch. I think he's got some goals in him. The Bulldogs now turn and fire short side. Frosty's there. Below the goal line now. Bulldogs a game. Up to the blue line. Defense fires, and that doesn't get through traffic. Bobbling puck. Slapped aside to the near boards. Luke looking for his centerman. That goes off the stick and across for Parker, who hands it back to his defense. Up for Guillaume. Guillaume steps over the blue line. Pass across for Luke. That Just behind him, Luke chases it down into the near corner. Tries to cut to the inside. That's slapped away by the Bulldogs. Pressure, pressure. The Bulldogs fire this long. That'll be icing called against the Bulldogs. 5:57 to go in the first period. Still no score. Nice fast game. Some good passes. This is going to be fun. It's a chilly one here in Ottawa. If you're not in Ottawa today, if you're in Ontario at all, you'll find it cold probably. We've got the heat on in here though. This is nice. Face off in the Bulldog zone. Bulldogs win the draw and fire it along to far boards. Sawyer Taillon is there to keep it inside and pops it down below the opposing goalie. Battle in the corner on the near side. Bulldogs come out with it, skate behind the net, looking for a pass to the hash marks on the far side. They clear the zone. Sawyer is there. He flips it back in as the Bears get back on side. Bulldogs clear the zone to the red line. Step over the blue line. Go wide to the left side. Circle inside. Shot. And scores. Bears defense caught flat-footed. And the Bulldogs pull ahead 1-0. Evan takes the draw. Skates back with it. Passes it back to his defense. Nate looking for a smart pass. Finds Luke. Luke steps over. He's got two with him. Luke fires. I think goalie got a piece of stick on it. It's back up for Nate. That gets past him. Sawyer got a stick on it, but here comes the Bulldog. Short range. Bulldog shoot, score. Inside post on a breakaway goal by Bulldogs as they pull ahead 2-0. Guillaume takes the face-off at center ice. Guillaume now steps over the blue line. He's on his backhand. Hall's on the brakes. He's looking for a pass to Harmon. That gets past him. And here come the Bulldogs 2-on-1. Bulldogs shoot. That goes high. On the near boards now outside of the zone into neutral ice. Guillaume again steps over the blue line. Looking for the drop pass. That's poked away and Bulldogs again 2-on-1. Ryder gets there. Bulldogs will pass across, but it's bobbling too hot to handle. Bulldogs with the pass in front by himself. Shoots. Frosty with a nice save. Bulldogs again. Can't get the shot off. Bears are on him. Harmon passes across. That's broken up by the Bulldogs. Bobbling puck and slot. Ooh, James taken down with an elbow. No call on the play here. Bears clear the puck. The Bulldogs need a deep pass at their own blue line. Swing it to the right side. Ryder again. Looking for a smart pass. That goes long. And turned around by the Bulldogs. Reed in his own zone. Off the near boards. Bulldogs break that up. Graham gets a hold of the puck in his own zone and skates it out. Graham into the attacking zone. Poke check. Puck escapes the zone. And Luke picks it up at the red line. Luke steps over the blue line on his backhand on the near boards. Tries to cut inside. Loses it. Gains it again. Luke in the near corner. Working hard. Looking for Graham. Graham with the one-timer, but didn't get a whole lot of it. Parker battling on the far boards. The Bulldogs try to clear it. Kept inside by the Bears. Parker backhands the puck in deep. Bulldogs are there to flip it around the backside. Shot from the blue line goes just wide. Bulldogs clear the puck. Sawyer Taillon is there. He flips it long. Everybody whiffs on it. I don't think anybody touched it, but no icing is called here as the Bulldogs flip the puck to the near boards. Send it into the attacking zone. Evan is there. Evan behind his goal line looking for Parker. Parker doesn't get it. Long shot from the blue line is stopped in front. Here comes Luke. Luke steps over the blue line. He's got players with him. Shoots. That goes high. Bulldogs clear the zone to the red line. The Bulldogs now get around 1-2. Try to stuff it in, but Frosty's there. Bears try to clear it on the far boards. Get it out to center ice. Battle at center ice is won by the Bulldogs. They turn this puck around and give it a big slap. Frosty stops that. Play off for Nate. Nate puts it up the near boards for Evan. Back to Nate. Nate tries to flip it out of the zone, but the Bulldogs are there to keep it inside. The shot goes behind the net. Minute 36 remaining. Pass in front. That goes through. 2-0 Bulldogs is the score as Harmon skates the puck out of the zone and is stripped away by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs retreat into their own zone. Pass to the near side. Reed is there. Can't get a shot off as the Bulldogs clear it to the opposite blue line. Puck is loose in neutral ice and the Bulldogs pick this up, turn on the jet, step over the blue line up in the high slot. The shot is ricocheted wide. Pass in front. Frosty gets that and holds on. Just over a minute remaining in the first period. 2-0 Bulldogs with an early 2 goals. Face off to Frosty's right inside the Bears zone. Puck trickles back to the front of the net. Parker for Guillaume. Bulldogs keep it inside the zone. James now for Graham on the far boards. Bulldogs flip it into the attacking zone, but it's turned around by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs step over the blue line. Graham stays with him. Guillaume on him as well, and they poke the puck back out into the neutral zone. And we've got a penalty coming up for slashing against the Bulldogs. 31 seconds remaining in the first period. 2-0 Bulldogs is the score. The game play is fairly evenly matched. There's a couple quick goals by the Bulldogs. Let's see if the Bears can come back. Sir, talking to the coaches. Two minutes on the clock as the Bears go to the power play. Not cleanly won. The Bulldogs clear the zone. The Bears slap it back in. Offside. Bears got to get back onside. Guillaume takes the puck at the red line, puts it back for his defense. James for Luke. Luke manages to corral it, steps over the blue line, gets through some folks, but not all of them. Drops it for Graham. Graham on the far boards, battling. The puck bounces out of the zone at the buzzer. Nothing. Bulldogs ahead of the Bears after the opening 10. 10 minutes are on the clock for the second period. The Bulldogs win the draw at center ice. They step over, take a shot that sails high. Bulldogs retrieve the puck. Try to pop it over the net. Bears flip it up to the far boards. Bulldogs are there to keep it in. Nate battling. Looking for a breakout pass for Evan. The Bulldogs get in the way of it. They circle high, look for the pass at the high slot. Harmon gets in the way of that and pokes it up for Reed. Reed puts it into the attacking zone, but can't get there before the Bulldogs do. Bulldogs behind their net. Slow it down, have a look, flip it out of the zone. Nate is there waiting for it at the red line. Nate steps over to the attacking zone. Little pass over to his winger, but the Bulldogs strip this away. I'd like to see Nate walk in with that one. Bulldogs on the near boards. Let's see some pressure here, boys. Get him, Harmon. Let's go. D-to-D pass. Evan keeps it inside, or Reed rather. Sawyer Tyone keeps the puck inside the blue line, takes a shot that doesn't get through traffic, and the Bulldogs clear the zone. Bulldogs step over the blue line. Good poke by the Bears to send this long. No icing is called here. Evan keeps the puck inside on the far board. Weaves his way through, takes a shot that goes high and out of play. 8:22 remaining in the second period. 2-0 for the Blueberry Bulldogs. Face off in the Bulldog zone. Leone takes the draw, puts it to Luke. Luke puts it into the corner. That's over for Parker. Battle along the boards in front of the players' bench. The Bulldogs have a swipe at this, send it long, and no icing is called here. Ryder behind his goaltender. Finds Graham. Graham picks up that pass. It down into the corner, chases it down himself, but the Bulldogs are there first to flip it around the near boards. We got a penalty coming up against James. He's shaking his head at the collision on the near boards. 7:47 remaining on the second period. 2-0 Bulldogs is the score, and the Bulldogs go to the power play. YouTube. Lori Dennis, 1N.
What? Lori Garage?
Dennis.
Lori Dennis?
Yeah, 1N. All right, the Bulldogs step over to the attacking zone, fire. Oh, Frosty coolly handles that one. Denny. Bears win the faceoff in their own zone. Harmon steps it out. Turned around by Bulldogs. Frosty makes a nice blocker save there. Bulldogs put it behind the net into the far corner. Bulldogs keep it inside the zone. Pass near the net. Goes behind, and the Bears cleared on the near boards. Bulldogs are there at center ice. Harmon picks up the loose puck, sends it in towards the net. That goes off his skate. Guillaume's going to chase this down. Loose puck behind the net, poked away by the Bulldogs goaltender. Harmon with a good stick stops that pass out of the zone, but the Bulldogs manage to clear it. They step over the blue line into the attacking zone, get around one defense, little backhand short side. Nice save by Ryan. On the far boards, now Guillaume gets it out of the zone. With the ref in the way, Guillaume turns and fires this long. No icing is called here, as that was tipped. 30 seconds remaining in the Bulldogs power play. Good penalty killed by the by the Bears. This is offside here. The Bulldogs got to get back on. Harmon passes us into the attacking zone. Harmon puts the forecheck on. The Bulldogs now clear the zone in their own into the neutral zone. Good job by Evan to break that up at the red line, but here come the Bulldogs again. Bulldogs step over. Go wide to the left side, fire short side off the side of the net. Nate is there. Nate fires it behind the net. He's looking for a winger on the far boards. This escapes the zone. The Bulldogs are there to flip it back in. Parker now inside his own zone. Looking for the long pass. Picked up by Evan, but the Bulldogs get a stick on it. Here come the Bulldogs 2-on-2. Bulldogs step through the low slot. Backhand, nice pad save by Ryan. And now here comes Evan. Reed steps over the blue line, winds up, fires. That hits the crossbar and high. Back into the neutral zone. Pop back inside by the Bears. The Bulldogs now clear the zone to center ice, step over the blue line. Bears are there waiting for it. Parker on the far boards, flips it behind the net. He's looking for Sawyer on the near boards. Tries to send it out. That's intercepted. A one-timer hit the crossbar and the post, but didn't get in the net. Frosty plays this off for Nate. Nate puts it ahead, and here come the Bears. Bears step over the blue line. 2-on-0. 2-on-1, I mean. Evan puts it up to the high slot. Nobody there but Bulldogs. Bulldogs through the neutral zone. Broken up by Luke. Bulldogs from outside, a big slapper that goes off the glass and hits the back of the net. 4:10 remaining in the second period, 2-0. Bulldogs is the scorer. Reed steps over into the Bulldog zone, but the Bulldogs grab hold and clear the zone. Bulldogs through the neutral zone, step over, they got Bears all over them. James clears the zone, loses his feet. And here comes Graham. He's got Guillaume with him. Graham, short range, backhand, scores. Beautiful goal. Nice hands by Graham to get around the goaltender, wait for the goaltender to commit. Backhanded in on the deke. And 3:43 to go. The Bears are on the board. Yes, you can. You can watch it later, yeah. Bears put the puck into the Bulldog zone. Graham with a shot. Nice save by the Bulldogs goaltender. Up on the far boards now. The Bulldogs backhanded out of the zone. Officials get in the way of it, and Guillaume grabs hold of the puck. He steps it into the attacking zone. That's flipped out of the zone by the Bulldogs. James is there waiting for it. He fires it up to the near side for Luke. Too hot to handle in the Bulldogs defense gets around one, but not two. Graham again. Graham steps into the high slot, turns and fires just a soft shot. That's set aside by the Bulldogs goaltender. Bulldogs defense tried to backhand it behind the net, and the goaltender was ready for it. He snagged that. Gonna hit the side of the net, I think, but he didn't want to take any chances there. 2:58 remaining in the second period. 2-1. Bulldogs is the score. Evan takes the face-off in the Bulldog zone. Bulldogs win the drop. The near boards clear the zone. Skate through center ice. Slapped aside by Nate. Pass in front is broken up by the Bears. Picked up by Parker. Parker backhands it up to far boards. Inside the Bears zone. Battle all along the boards on the far side. Bulldogs keep it inside the blue line. Pass to the high slot. Little flip shot. Not winger right by himself there. Frosty's not taking any chances. He's going to hold on to that one. 2:28 to go in the second period. 2-1 Bulldogs. Face off in the Bears zone to Frosty's right. Bears win the draw but are held up on the near boards. Pop it behind the net for Nate. Nate looking for his winger who's tied up. The puck escapes the zone, and here come the Bears. One-on-one with a trailer. Evan is working. He circles high. Backhands it down for Parker. Parker gets held up. Can't get a shot off, and the Bulldogs on the near boards send it long. Nate is there. Loose puck picked up by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs can't get a decent shot off. Nate gets in the way of it. Bulldogs try to clear the zone, but the Bears are there to take it out of the zone. Harmon steps over the blue line. Little pass to the high slot. Reed with a backhand. Nice save. Beauty pass by Harmon to feed Reed at the high slot. Minute 38 to go in the second period. 2-1 Bulldogs. Face off in the Bulldog zone. Bulldogs clear the zone, and the Bears break it up in the neutral zone. Bears now at their own blue line. That's up for Guillaume. Guillaume steps over the blue line in the attacking zone. Goes wide to the left side. Short side shot. Nice save by the Bulldogs goaltender, and the Bulldogs look for the breakout pass. Fire it across ice to the near side and dump it in down behind Ryan. Ryder's there. Ooh, looking for Guillaume. That's broken up, but Guillaume manages to strip it away. A little chip pass off the boards. He's got to chase it down himself. Guillaume from short range. Backhand. Oh, could not get a full stick on that. Big slapper from the blue line by James, and that goes just wide. Guillaume on the near boards now. Backhands it down behind the net. Bulldogs are there to flip it back this way. Guillaume again. Guillaume puts it down for Reed. Reed looking for the pass to the high slot, but that's broken up. And the Bulldogs clear the zone. The Bulldogs one-on-one. James is there. Bulldogs can't get the shot off. Not decently, and we've got a penalty coming up here. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. I don't know what that call was. The Bulldogs, with 15 seconds to go in the second period, go to the box, and the Bears go to the power play. Graham takes the face-off in the Bulldog zone. The Bulldogs backhand this out of the zone. Nate's going to chase this down in his own zone. Nate sends this ahead. The Bulldogs flip it back out to center ice. And that'll conclude the second period as the Bears get on the board. The Bulldogs still ahead, 2-1. Okay, 12 minutes are on the clock for the third period. 1:45 remaining in the Bears power play. The Bears trail by 1. Bulldogs win the draw in their own zone. D-to-D pass. It flipped this long. No ice is called here. Nate gets there in his own zone. Takes a few steps. Has a look. Passes up for Graham, but they don't quite connect, and that goes long. No ice is called here again. Bulldogs send the puck long. Behind Ryan, Sawyer is there. Sawyer looking for Parker, but flips that puck and Hard to handle. Back in the neutral zone. Nate sends this in deep. There's a big ping pong here. He sends it long. Bulldogs are there. Bulldogs pass in front, poked away by Frosty. The defense not hustling back there. Frosty left on his own. Got a whistle on the play at center ice. Didn't actually quite catch that, to be honest. Played, was that a hand pass or played above the shoulder? 10:39 to go in the third, 2-1 Bulldogs. This is up for James. He lost it in his feet. Here come the Bulldogs on the breakaway. Bulldogs. Backhand. Frosty with the pad save. The Bears clear the zone, but send it long. I'd like to see some passes here. Bulldogs send this in deep. We got a whistle on the play. And we were back to even strength. I missed that, folks, and that's icing called against the Bulldogs. I think they missed that too. Face off in the Bulldog zone. Evan takes a draw, puts it back for Ryder. But that escapes him, and the Bulldogs send it deep. Frosty plays the puck to the slot to avoid the breakaway. He had a little bit of time, and here come the Bears, 3-on-2. With a shot by Evan, goes just wide. Luke in the near corner. Shot short side, rebound is corralled. Guillaume takes the face-off in the Bulldog zone. The Bulldogs win the draw and slap it out of the zone. James gets there. No penalty on it. Oh, yeah, there is. We got a body checking penalty coming up. .8:42 remaining in the third period. 2-1 Bulldogs is the score as the Bulldogs go to the penalty box for body checking and the Bears go to the power play. James appears to be all right. Guillaume takes the face-off in the Bulldog zone. Bulldogs win the draw. The Bears put the pressure on. Harmon with a shot. That goes through to the near boards. Ryder backhands it into the zone. The Bulldogs clear it. Bears send it back to defense. A little pass up for Guillaume. Nice pass. Guillaume steps through the slot but can't get a shot off. Bulldogs behind their own net. Flip it out of the zone. Chased down by James in the neutral zone. Sends it ahead. Let's see a good pass here. Parker tries to step over the blue line, but he gets blocked and the puck trickles onto the Bulldogs goaltender who holds on. 7:32 remaining in the third period. 2-1 Bulldogs is the score. The Bears on the power play for the next minute 51. Bulldogs win the draw. Luke backhands it for Nate. Nate takes a shot. Broken up by the Bulldogs. Flipped out of the zone. Sawyer in his own zone. Retreats. Has a look. Puts it off the near boards. Doesn't connect. And the Bulldogs step over the blue line in the attacking zone. The shot is off of Nate's feet. Graham ahead for Luke. Bulldogs are right on him. Bulldogs step over. Slapped away by Nate. Luke strips the puck away. Luke steps over the blue line. He's got Parker with him. Shoots. Scores! Oh, you didn't see that. Luke with a hard shot from the face-off circle. Fires it right past the Bulldogs goaltender. I wish you could have seen it. It was pretty nice. and ties it up at 2. Cameraman's not doing his job very well. That would be me. All right, 6:11 remaining in the third period. Bulldogs and Bears tied at 2. The Bulldogs step over the blue line and they're offside. Face off just outside the Bears zone. Bulldogs win the draw, send it back to their defense. On the near boards, Bulldogs try to fire it. Nate gets in the way of it. Bulldogs keep it inside the zone. Take a shot. Oh, Frosty, nice save. Good thing, too, because that Bulldog was ready for the rebound. 5:20 remaining in the third. The score is tied at 2. Face off to Frosty's left inside the Bears zone. Battle on the face-off dot. The Bears clear it. And that goes unintentionally long, and that'll be a icing call against the Bears. Face off in the Bears zone. Guillaume takes the draw. This goes back to the Bulldogs defense. Fires a shot. That's off some players. Off from the far point, and a shot doesn't get through. Sawyer Taillon turns on the Jets. Steps over the blue line. Draw pass for Luke. But the Bulldogs were all over him. Luke keeps it inside. Passes it down below the net. Guillaume is there. Guillaume circles behind the net. Over to the near side. Circles high on his backhand. Over to the far side. Looking for his defenseman. Sawyer winds up, fires. That sails high. Luke picks up the puck on the near boards. Cuts inside, shoots. And I don't know if that hit the goaltender or not. It went wide. Up on the near side now. The Bulldogs try to clear it. The Bears keep it in. Good job by Nate. Short side. Reed trying to stuff it in, but the Bulldogs goaltender holds on to that. 3:37 remaining in the third. 2-2 is the score. The Bears turning up the intensity here. Graham takes the face-off in the attacking zone. The Bulldogs from behind their net fire it out to neutral zone. James with a smart pass across to Parker, who steps over. He's got Graham with him. Parker flips it high. Harmon retrieves it in the corner. Pass in front. Graham can't get the shot off. Parker with a backhand. No goal. I saw that go 5-hole and trickle in between the pads, but goaltender got the pad down in time. 2:50 to go in the third period. 2-2's the score. Graham pops it on net. Goaltender saves that, and the Bulldogs clear the zone. James puts it back in as the Bears get back on side. Bulldogs from their own zone flip it up the far boards. Step over the blue line. Put it in deep. Bobbling puck behind the net. James is there, fires it up the near side. Bulldogs get in the way of it in the corner. Bulldogs didn't like that. That wasn't a tripping call, but he was playing the puck pretty evidently there in the neutral zone now. And back into the Bears zone. The Bulldogs can't get a decent shot off, and we do have a call coming up. A hooking call coming up against the Bears. Did not see that hooking call myself. Or the actual hook myself. 1:40 to go in the third period. The Bulldogs will be on the power play for the remainder of the game. Evan gets through one, but can't get through them all, and the Bulldogs turn this around at the red line. Bulldogs fire this long. or Bears farthest long, Bulldogs from their own blue line. Pass into the neutral zone, up the near boards. Into the attacking zone, Evan is there. Evan battling in the corner. Fires it hard and long into the attacking zone. Kill a little penalty time. There's not enough time in the game to run out the penalty. 54 seconds remaining in the game. Might as well look for the short-handed goal here. The Bulldogs turn this around in the neutral ice. Flip it into the attacking zone. This bobbles down behind the net. Bears clear the zone. Pass back to their defense. Flip it into the attacking zone. And the Bears send it out. Sawyer Tyone gets a stick on the puck and sends it deep. 14 seconds to go. I'd really like to see the Bears actually try to score here. The Bulldogs clear it. Let's keep them off the scoreboard here. Bulldogs step over the blue line, slapped away by Sawyer. And sent long, and that'll be it. Bulldogs and Bears take the draw at 2. High intensity game today, folks. The Bulldogs ahead by 2 early in the first, and the Bears tied it up in the subsequent 2 periods. Missing some key players on the Bulldogs tonight. We miss you guys. But a fun game overall. Good intensity, pretty clean. 2-2 the final score, Bears and Blueberry Bulldogs. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll see you next time.